Hey y'all, this is the first time I'm actually coaching for this specific Discord channel, so hopefully it's not too bad. Currently I'm at like 3,300. Generally I sit around 3,400. I peak at about 37 each season. I play a lot of support, so I'm pretty excited to be doing this one on Mercy. I'm gonna see if I can up the video quality a little bit. But we're doing Mercy on Nimbani, I think, for the entire match. It's about a 2,800 ranked game for Team Phoenix. So really quick, just rundown. I want to talk about Nimbani for a second. I love Nimbani. That's a neat map. The thing is, though, defenders really only have one good option most of the time. And it's basically doesn't have many weaknesses, as opposed to other maps where sometimes there are some better defending positions than others, but there are some definite weaknesses. This one just doesn't have that, and so you pretty much know, especially in a diamond ranked game, just about where the enemy team is going to be. You can attack basically one of three different directions. You can go under, you can go main streets. I'm looking for some sort of, let's go a certain direction, some sort of plan. We're kind of out in the open, so, okay, even when you're in the middle of, pocketing a Pharah, even when you're playing Pharah, cover is still super important. This is the biggest shortcoming I see in a lot of Pharah players, is that just because you're up in the air doesn't mean that you don't need to use cover. And the same goes to any Mercy who's staying with a Pharah. So same concept applies. You want to be using cover. I'd be floating back to the left because your beam can extend forever. I'm sure you know this. Yeah, like I liked our position there for half a second. Our Pharah is going pretty far in, but see, now notice we have Zarya, we have a Torbjorn, I think, firing at us. Like everybody's noticing us, and sure, we're pocketing the Pharah pretty effectively, and we're moving almost every chance we get. We call it the Rhine on point. Rhine on him, apply some pressure. It's the two supports battling the Rhine. We call that out. There's nothing we can do. Just our team didn't follow in. He charges away. Call it the soldier. I'm noticing we should be calling out the soldier more like effectively. So we just said soldier. It's not really a great call out. You should be saying like soldier behind or soldier, soldier in the hallway. And then assign somebody, say Zarya or Lucio Boopum or something. Tell somebody about it, somebody specific, because otherwise, I tend to see people go like, "Oh, that isn't my job. Somebody else will take care of it. I can keep doing whatever I'm doing in my own little duel," and that's just not the case. Okay, those are crazy flicks. On Mercy it doesn't matter too much because we don't need to be crazy accurate, but I'm pretty sure our sensitivity is like super high. Small note. Alright, so we have res. Okay, there go, we tell them. I'd be saying more than that personally. I'd be saying like, okay, I have res, engage hard, use, don't ult or anything, just use as much as you can, fire into the enemy, let them use all their ults, I'll pick you back up, I'm alive and I'm safe. Because that's what saying I have res on attack means, and we try to make that death call, but all we say is I have res. And so we're sitting there waiting, and people don't die because they're not engaging hard. So that I have res call out needs to be, again, more specific. I like our positioning though. They bring out like all their ults. This is definitely what I'd be saying, like engage hard, die in a pile, die on point now, die quickly. There we go. Good res. Great res. Right at the tipping point when they think they've gotten it and we can counter engage super hard. That's a dead Reinhardt. He doesn't get to live anymore. And so we take the point without a problem. Our healing priority is pretty good. Considering our only other healer is a Lucio, I think focusing on the tanks is pretty damn good. Yeah, definitely like, hey guys, come back. You guys are Your team is pushed up super far ahead.
The widow top above you guys alone.
Okay. Got it.
Speed boost me out, please. Thanks.
Speed boost me out. There you go. You should have gotten that speed boost out forever ago.
How close are you to all Brady or Rex? Either one of you.
I already used mine, so I'm only at 27. We can wait for mine.
What are you at? They have
The
sight.
Rhine might have.
They're widow.
Hold on. You just say something about Ryan's health? Hold up. I don't know how Twitch works in terms of like shortcuts to go back a few frames.
I already used mine, so I'm only at 27. We can wait for mine.
What are you at? They have sight.
The Rhine might have.
They're
Oh, okay. Ryan has ult, might have ult. So somebody else on the
widow
team.
one tap. She's dead.
Rhine might
Yeah.
have ult.
Mercy's in.
I don't like this here. I can't see bits of kill feed. I know you can see the kill feed just personally. That's obnoxious to me.
Mercy's in it. Mercy's in it. Mercy's in
I
it.
don't
They're
have
all
my
in it.
ult yet.
Oh.
And yeah, that's not our job. Be following up on that.
Both healers.
We should have been healing.
Oh, there's a soldier. Soldier.
We shouldn't have pulled out the pistol the second time.
I can't kill him.
Don't have res. That's good. They pull out sights. We speed boost away. We should be disengaging entirely. We should be making a call to the team. That was a bad sound barrier. Way too late for the sights, and we can't counter engage. Our Zarya and our Genji are all the way back there. We're here. Our Roadhog is at critical health. And sure, it saves the Roadhog, but it doesn't even reach us, you'll notice. And Roadhog goes down anyways. And then Mercy gets caught in the grab, and basically we just fed a shit ton of ultimate. We should have been making a call to be pulling out way sooner than that.
Let me know where the widow is, and I'll help you dive a Rex.
Alright, we're getting pings on all of our ultimates, that's good. Heal, pre-heal is good. Jesus, I hate when the quality does this. Is it still on auto? Of course, it just sucks. Because it's a stream.
Follow the Roadhog on right.
Yeah. You see, follow Roadhog, there we go. Now we're coming in with a plan, we're all going in together.
Can you bubble me if I go in right now?
Yep.
He bubbled Brady.
Sorry.
I'm not entirely sure if we called it, but we should have said, I have
I got
res
the mercy.
Soldier low.
way earlier.
Nice job.
Like, I have
Get the Zarya,
res,
get the Zarya.
engage hard.
She's lit. She's lit. Nice job.
I'm gonna come back for the tank.
I noticed that as Mercy, we're not calling out things as much as I'd like us to be. Oh, don't tell me my internet crapped out. So upset.
Back out.
Yeah. Okay.
Get this Zarya. Get this Zarya.
Internet just
Lit, she's
didn't
lit.
like to work. Do we have res? This is fine. I mean, there's no reason not to be here. Probably regrouping, but we really, like, our main tank isn't here. What we have right now for protection is a Zarya. All we have is a Zarya right now. Our Roadhog got out.
Roadhog instead of Zarya.
Sorry.
I like that we're pressing tab. Back a little bit, just because I gotta see that tab press. Don't like managing Twitch.
Who do they have now instead? Do they have Roadhog instead of Zarya?
Okay. So let's look at this right now. All we have right now is res, right? This is all we have, and if we're keeping track of enemy ults, they're gonna have res. I'm pretty damn sure they have whole hog as well. They use sights and we sound barrier. They might have that back up. It depends on what the soldier's doing. They probably have earth shatter. Probably have transcendence as well, although it could be missing something. And we have no response to any of that. Right? Additionally, we don't really have a tank. And this is just a minor thing. I just got out of coaching an entire team, as opposed to just the specific player who recorded it.
They don't have Zarya.
And so I'm still looking at that, but like our comp is wonky. We don't really have great protection. We only have the, 8 to 10 second protection. So, yeah, no, shit's crazy.
The life strategy.
I learned how to play Zarya from watching Lex. You just stand still and let
Yeah.
them hit you.
The road to half.
You do the same with Genji deflect. So easy.
Okay.
I got soldier.
Our positioning's fine. We're way far back.
Down. A
Widow
tank.
weak, I got her.
Nice.
I don't know why we pull out the pistol here. We should be healing up little spots of damage.
I got
I'm sure we have res, but we haven't made a call to go out and fight and die.
You guys have
And
advantage.
so now, notice we have two people randomly off on little sides. They're both close to respawning. They're not dead together. And they certainly aren't dead nearly at the same time.
Group up.
And this keeps happening. We keep trickling. We don't make any death calls. Like, death calls are super important if you're trying to get value out of res. So when you say you have res, definitely you need to be saying, like, I have res, die now.
Oh,
Rush in, engage hard. I can pick you back up.
30 charge.
It's giving your team support. It's literally saying, like, you guys go engage with all you got, get as many eliminations as possible. Don't waste any resources, though. Don't use any ults. I'll pick you back up when you die.
We're on back.
When you die.
Go up
Right.
top, go high ground and go up top. We'll go around them from behind.
I'm only at 80.
I almost have mine. I'm sure the second
There, so-
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Go, 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 go.
Flanking Roadhog. Honestly, our positioning was fine. There's not much we could do there. It's just Roadhog's a bitch.
Randy's low, Randy's low.
I think maybe.
Kill that Ryan.
Actually, no.
I killed both. I killed both. I killed
I think just being in such close corridors is generally bound to end in a disaster. Just got unlucky. If we're looking to pick this up, that's they're gonna have to die like right now, all three of them. Even then, maybe not. Again, I don't have much access to the kill feed, so I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what work they're doing. If they've been getting some elims, then I'd say tell them to die. There's one dead.
Oh, let's go double hit skin against me. I hate it so much.
Still haven't rezzed. Still haven't made an effective call for that.
Down. It's even.
And notice that again, because we don't have any sort of way of walking up into a fight besides a Zarya bubble, we're really like sitting far back, and our Roadhog goes off. He's gonna die on his own as well. Yep.
We're gonna have to fall out. Fall back.
And keep in mind, I haven't watched any of this, and I'm trying to get through it as quickly as I can,
So we have
because I have a
res,
scrim
and they should
in
have res.
like half an hour. But yeah,
Thanks.
finally we're regrouped.
Yeah, you gave me 10 charge. I'll take it. We gotta go in now.
Yeah.
Boost
All
in.
the way around.
Okay, see, look, like you say, I have res. Again, not enough. Good call, not enough. Say, I have res, engage hard, or something along those lines.
Run in.
Kill that
Reset,
mercy. Kill
right?
that mercy.
Notice how they do run in. Roadhog got you. Again, you weren't exactly out of position. You just need to. I think if you weren't so in the open, I think if you chose a hiding position, and told them to go in on their own, as opposed to just notifying your team, hey, I still have this thing that I've had for the last minute.
Sorry, just hold it out as long as you can now.
Rip.
Yeah.
Get the hug. Oh, wait, are you guys dead?
Yeah, you're alone. You're alone.
Roadhog's coming in with you.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice. You killed two of them. You killed two of them. You just need to take out that.
I'm just saying on payload right now. Mercy's back. She probably has res.
She
Oh,
should
yeah,
be
100
close. She
100%
used
she
it
has
the
res.
last fight before.
I'm at 90.
There
Yep.
it is.
Well, the thing is with a Roadhog, you can pretty much have
Come in.
Yeah, stay
ult
on
every
point, stay
team
on
fight.
point, stay on
Stay on
point.
the point, I have res.
Stay on point.
Soldiers.
There you go. Stay on point. You have res. I'd pick that up. Yep. Yes, good res. Things are awkward now. They're on both sides of us.
I'm dead.
I like that choice, although it left us exposed to the high noon. So actually, no. It's fine. I didn't notice that. Could be because of the bit quality. Could be because I don't hear everything quite well. Could be because it was really sneaky. Regardless, I think we did our best there. I think the res was pretty good. We had really no plan for getting back into safety afterwards. You'll see a lot of really high level Mercies do this. Well, they'll fly in, get res, and then immediately fly back to a teammate because it's on a 2-second cooldown. Like, your mobility may be tethered to your teammates, but it's really, really good mobility. Besides the lack of vertical, but you have Aethora, so that gets over that problem. Premium ult McCree is better than McCree. Overall, Mercy's much more solid on Numbani defense. We pretty much, I mean, we were a few meters. We're effectively looking to make sure that they don't, at the very most, don't get it all the way to the end. But with Raz on this point, we can easily, you know, manage a full hold. There, you know, we're figuring out comp. This looks pretty good to me. Pretty standard. We have 222. We have massive heals. Okay, so this is important to notice. Sure, Mercy only gets picked for her res, right? But whatever. She still has like massive heals, right? She's still a fast healer. So same deal with Ana. Although she also provides anti-heal, a lot of utility. She's picked for literally everything in her kit. But Mercy's not picked for her damage boost or her healing. She's picked for the res. But when you have these two working together on a team, the amount of healing is just crazy. It's insane. It's really hard to break through. We have Ryan and Zarya, which is a crazy strong combo. The only thing I really don't like are the DPS choices, because they're both strong sources of burst damage, but not a lot of sustain. The Zarya really helps with that, because Zarya can do a lot of sustain damage, and Pharah and Hanzo are both really good at finishing up, or Zarya can be good at finishing up whatever burst damage they lay on. So this is a really solid comp. We're going in here with really good shit. As long as we're still playing kind of deathball-y. Our Pharah always allows Mercy an escape. Our Mercy always allows Pharah some easy support when she's low in the thing. She should just be pinging us, pressing the Z button or whatever it is.
Monthly supply.
Oh my god.
Okay. Alright, we should be flying up here. So, let's see if I can get... Okay. I like this position as Mercy, right here on Nimbani. You know, you have the doorway, your Ryan shield's going to be about there. You know, people might come in here, they might come in underneath, but mostly they're going to be coming in through this area, right into the Ryan shield. If we just take our butt, move it over there, tuck it in, that's a really solid spot.
Is he using Hanzo? Or Blue?
Yeah, so I went to Zarya.
I just noticed.
Oh my god.
She said,
No, okay. This is also pretty good, but it leaves us way more exposed, especially if we want to go back over there.
I have a Winston. Hey, I hit
Our Ryan's way too far ahead.
I like how surprised you were.
We should be over here. We should be moving this way.
main. Go in main. Go in main.
Sure, it leaves us susceptible to flanks on that side, but like, it's really like
soldier going behind.
rare that people flank that side. At least in higher ranks. I don't know for sure
That Genji's
what it's like 2800.
Oh no! Oh, I got caught.
Yeah, so let's talk about that really quickly, because I think we both know that's your fault.
I'm gonna
Go in
ask
main.
you to take
Go in
damage.
main.
It could be the team's fault as well. We didn't really stick together. Then again, Numbani is not a great place to stick together. We should have DPS, Ryan, and another tank with them, support, and then probably Ana's back here, and then Hanzo up there.
I pushed
But
soldier.
you'll notice that we fly over here to escape the incoming push.
Off the right side.
So I just start healing that. That's fine. We fly over there, and Hanzo's down. We should have canceled Guardian Angel. We cancel Guardian Angel, juke in midair to make our way down to Hanzo, and then fly our way to the Rhine. Fly into our team, into our tanks especially, to avoid this kind of thing happening. But because they have a Roadhog, we get picked out super easily. I still think we would have died regardless. But now our Hanzo's having difficulty climbing a wall. Luckily we managed to stabilize, it looks like.
He's what?
Could be wrong.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
dude. I saw that.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like we managed to stabilize. Orion's making it back up to the high ground. We want to make sure that we're
Oh, I need
not
Rip.
flying out to heal
Sorry.
teammates crazy in a weird position. Like, you'll notice that if Hanzo was more on point, that probably wouldn't have happened. Also, we misjudged, and we didn't go low, we went high, and that's probably why, because we were in the midair.
One hit. I missed 3 rockets.
Part of what fucked us up.
I'm most likely gonna
They're main.
antique and asleep. Zarya.
Alright, nice, good positioning.
Zarya's super low, super lit.
I need heals.
Good heal priority. Yep, heal.
Got you.
I would have done a really short hop to the Guardian Angel. Now Widow's, okay, they have a Widow, which is really scary for us.
She fell down. She fell down.
Widow's like super scary for us. Because she can pick us out in those small moments of vulnerability that we pretty much have to put ourselves into. I also would have canceled the Guardian Angel there. Try when you're healing or damage boosting, whenever your beam is attached, which it should always be attached, be at max beam distance. It allows you the most safety. It doesn't look like, I don't think I've seen you cancel a Guardian Angel so far. Like, I don't know if I've seen that once from you.
I have my ult now.
We should also be,
Oh, who you from?
I don't know if we've let our team know that we have res yet.
Oh, they're actually just to hide. No.
Okay. Yeah.
It comes from somewhere. We're ready to just fly away. We're flying back and forth in the open when they have a Widow. That's really scary to me. And now
If you guys need
I
healing,
think they're
back
going
up.
main. I think they're going main.
now we're waiting for people to die, but we haven't made a death call.
Widow's on ledge. She's
They're
going
not
for
dying
you.
together.
For me?
Yeah, she was peeking for you.
Okay.
Anyone ready for this bad
They're
grab?
going
If we're
main,
hiding
they're
from
going main.
infrasight, that's fine, but right now, look at this. Ryan's off doing his own thing. Zarya, like they're so spread out. You should be the one telling your team, guys, group up, get together, die together, right now. Die on point, die together.
We have red.
Make a call. I'm not seeing your lips move at all.
There's
You've been making these calls.
Oh, I didn't
We have 2-man. It's fine spamming, but we need to res just to stay safe. That's again really scary to me. It's not as big a deal, I imagine. Yeah, no, 2800. I'm pretty sure Widows aren't gonna be that great
She's next to the Reaper.
to catch you out, but that will fucking kill you later. Spamming at a Widow that close to you.
We have it.
Free heal on the Pharah, nice. That's good. That's good. Generally, Pharah's gonna take damage when she ults, so don't damage boost it. She doesn't need damage. She does like 2800 damage in that ult overall if every one of the rockets hit.
Yeah,
Like
we
it's
should-
crazy amounts of damage.
They won't have revive because they use it in that.
So nice
They're
heals.
going transfer, gain on point.
I've
We'll
got
kill her.
res again.
If we.
Okay, res is fine. Yeah,
Oh god.
I would pick that up. Don't wait for more. Don't.
Yeah, definitely stay hidden.
I had to get them before they.
Yeah, I would have.
I was watching.
I would have done that earlier. We could have maintained
Get you in it, but
advantage.
it's okay.
It worked out. It worked out.
Nice job, Brady.
And granted, they had a grab afterwards, so we were probably waiting for that. But I would have rezzed immediately. I mean, effectively, what you do there is you nullify an ult. And look how close we are, anyways. We're almost half the way back up to our ult. We can spam res a lot more effectively. Granted, on defense, we want to be using more, using it a lot more reactively, waiting for those big ults. Whereas on attack, we're going to be tempo resing. We're going to be using that so quickly.
I already know it's gonna be McCree's death.
That was pretty good. Honestly, just minor positioning issues and ult management. Also, making much more effective calls. You need to be telling your team, I have res, engage, not I have res. Or, I have res, don't use any resources, fight. You know, it's basically giving your team the reassurance that if they die in this giant, massive, no-holds-barred push, they'll be picked back up, and effectively whatever the enemy team does to them is nullified. Think of it as a giant-ass heal, right? You're saying, okay, that's a Roadhog down, that's a Reinhardt down, and Pharah's down as well. That's 200 plus 500 plus 600 plus possibly 2,000 if you count the Rhine, which could be considered, you know, a 1,200 health heal, or a 3,200 health heal. You know, that was a quick math. I didn't actually do any math. It's just an estimate. But, I mean, it's huge. Alright, 1,300 to 3,300. We gotta play the game. Let's look at this. Let's see this shit. Alright, we're waiting. We got 2-man res. We're spamming the Widow. Get some damage off. Float down and heal. Fly back up. Yeah. Good play in the like good gameplay in the play. Yeah, so mostly overview, just minor positioning. Sometimes it was really sketchy. I think that we should be using short hops way more often. We're way too close to people when we're healing them. Our healing priority is pretty damn good. I still wish we would be healing more often. I think we're hiding, we're waiting without actually. We're telling people I have res, but honestly, we're playing Mercy. How often is your team gonna know exactly what you want them to do? Because as the Mercy player, your team should know exactly. They should be able to read your mind. But seriously, making more effective call out. Don't just say I have res. Tell people I have res. This is what that means you should be doing. I'll pick you back up, no problem. I realize that can get kind of wordy, and sometimes you don't want to be that loud motherfucker, but I promise you, if you're that loud, positive motherfucker, people will like you and they'll do it more often for you. That's pretty much all I have to say about that play.